Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays Minecraft Skirmish, and it's time for us to decide what we are going to do with this little hill here. Now I'm thinking of this hill as part of the way that goes down into the Bailey, so that the idea is that this is the main entrance to it, and you just don't go down directly from below in the Baileys into the stronghold. No, it's defensible. It's designed to make it difficult to reach it. So therefore, my usual thing of just coming across easily and just coming up here, well, you don't want an enemy force to do that. So therefore, we need to have a bit of a depression here with a bridge going across to the other side. And what they have in the skirmish is a bridge. Actually, the bridge that they have in the skirmish is over here, but I think this is a better location. So therefore have a bit of a bridge here. So what I need to do is I need to take down the bulk of this hill probably, because it has to look like there's a depression there. So at the very least, we are going to have, well, I'm not going to call it a moat or anything, but we're going to have this on a bit of a rise. And that means we are going to have to do lots of excavation, I think, in order to get that to happen. Now, it might also be, well, I was about to say it might be a good idea to use a different pickaxe, but since I am taking down a large amount of smooth stone here, I will want to have this one since this is my Silk Touch pickaxe. It does look like it's going to be running out soon, but I've been using this for quite a while. Diamond, it may be hard to get, but at least it lasts for a long time. That is one thing you've got to give it. That stuff takes a good pounding before anything else goes off, before you have to replace it. Now, what I'm going to do is, the idea here is to have every place except for here, we want it to be at least 2 deep. Now, I know in a real fortress, it'll be a lot more than that, but in Minecraft, 2 deep is enough to discourage people and make something defensible. So that is what I'll be doing here. Now, if it's deeper at some places, then fine. That is well and good, because I'm sure it's not consistently 2 all the way across. And that means to take this little bit down. Good. The idea there is that it won't be trivial in order to enter this place. Now here though, yes, of course. Here though we have a sheer slab and no entrance on this side, so therefore we don't have to worry about the same rule that we were talking over there. But I do want to replace this dirt here with something more substantial, on the idea that if you want something to be dispensable, you don't make the foundation out of dirt. At least that's not the impression I get whenever I see anything that's considered to be defensible. So, well, obviously wool is an even sillier idea. So what substance do I use? I really don't want to use granite. Oh, andesite. Alright, we could use andesite. So we'll just put some andesite down here. We could throw some dirt back in these 2 spots that we opened up. And the idea here is, the reason why I'm using andesite for this part is just to save up on how much stone I'm using. Because You saw how I've been running low on stone, and of course I'm also running low on shovels. But the idea there is to do this all the way through here. Now, we just have to keep them from getting any place. Yeah, so I'll need to cut this down here so it's be non-trivial to get to here. This here is good enough, but here we'll need this down. Now, of course, this will also be inconvenient for me, but that is something that I'm going to have to live with, because I am trying to simulate a stronghold here. And I just don't see the Necromancer saying, oh yeah, we've got someone to, let's face it. I don't know how many people actually attacked the Necromancer, but you can be sure that the Necromancer... well, yeah, that. No, I forgot about that little bit. I think I should plug up that hole. Oh boy. Now, what did we have there? Yeah, I think I should plug up that little hole. That's the little hole that I created back before I had all my entryway done. Okay, good. Well, at least there are certainly worse places where I could have fallen, that's for sure. And all around here. So most of the spots are done. Now there's some dirt I'll have to take care of. And that'll have to come back later. The idea here then is that there is no way to get into here except with... Now I know there's that secret entrance at the bottom, but that's not public knowledge. Well, I know, we know about it. We found out about it, so therefore it's probably... probably not a complete secret either. Alright, so I just want a little bit more here because... And down here. So now, it might be possible to have a bridge, because here then we'll have a bridge that goes across. And the bridge will have to be stone. I am going to get myself a new shovel, just so I could do these things without too much trouble. Now, I'll probably make the whole thing... Now, the bridge across is a lot larger in the skirmish, but let's face it, you have to do with what we have. So we have here a little defensible spot that can lead down this way and then go downstairs into the Baileys, and that will be fine. Now, the question is, should we do anything about this hill here? Actually, let's not do anything about this hill. The hill can be a secondary defensive spot. Alright, so therefore you have to win up to the hill, and then the hill then could climb down this way into the Bailey. So we will have to do some excavation down here so that we have something that resembles it. At least go down a few more. Right now we have it only going down 2, but I think if we get 3 or 4, it could be a nice deep area for enemies to fall upon. And that way we can make our inner and outer Baileys. And once we take care of the Bailey, then we could worry about the approach, which will be down, because the Baileys, then we could lead down here, down this way, and then we can go up this hill a bit, which would be the climb that we make in order to get into the Baileys. And then you have to work your way all around there through the gate. And while the skirmish doesn't have a lake here, I think the lake will add to the defensive possibilities. And I think making a Dogudor with defense in mind is more important than looking exactly like what's in the skirmish. All right, so let's have a little rest. We are closer to here than to what's inside there. Oh, it's not night yet. So what else have we have? Diorite. Okay. Oh, here I don't feel like I'm going to be needing at some point soon because that's the real tricky bit. Actually, well, let's split this dirt and take this here, and we'll have that as our dirt. We'll keep that in reserve for later. Granite. Not too much else I feel like I can dispose of. That is the big problem when you're going around all this stuff. Alright, let's have our sleep. And let's see if a creeper walks in when I wake up. Because I was too busy looking inside my chest. Well, okay, a zombie. That's... Oh, well, a little bit of XP. And I'm up to 20. That's good. Now, usually it's when I get up to 30 that I run into something really, really nasty. Of course, soon I'm going to have to be making myself another pickaxe and enchanting it to give it some sort of lovely abilities. Alright. Now, this is not much of a bridge. So in order to make it more of a bridge, we will need to make this a bit deeper. And I think I said something about... Oh, while I was in there, it would have been a real nice idea if I made myself a shovel, because I think I'm going to be needing it. Well, fortunately, I can get through here. And I've got myself a way to make a shovel. Let's see. I've got 2 of these and 1 of these. And voila, I've got a shovel. I've also got some zombie flesh that I don't need, which I can throw out like that. Good. Alright, now. Maybe I should have thrown some of this stone and stuff like that in there. Since I'm more in a collecting routine right now rather than a real building one, I should... Yeah, and let's face it, I'll be collecting more stone than using at the moment. So let's throw a few things in here. Definitely need those in there. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. We've got 64 in there, which is going to be plenty. We're not going to be needing that anytime soon. I'm sure I'll be needing those later, but not at the moment. Good. Ah, much better. Good. Let's see. So now, the bridge, that's 1, 2, 3. I want to go, say, 4. And let's see. Let's say 5. Now, the gravel, I just don't like the idea of gravel looking out like this. So we will pop that in there. Alright. And there we go. Now let's get back in here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I say 1 more level deep, and I think that will be our level. And I want this to go all around the keep. And I'll keep out anybody who is going to be a nuisance, such as me. Alright. Now I know this is a rather narrow way, but it'll at least give the flavor of what I'm trying to achieve, and I think that's what's going to be important here, considering the dimensions I'm working with. Oh, we're going to run the dirt also. Okay. Now, we certainly don't want anything on the sides to be... There are certain points where dirt can be a bit of a nuisance, because you certainly aren't going to want something that's going to be easy undermined either. But top layers on the hills and stuff like that I could probably leave as dirt. But some other things I'm not. Alright, let's fill that in. Though I don't have to have it all nice and even. Some areas can go a little bit lower if I wanted to, rather than just staying up high. Alright, let's get this up here, this up here. Good. Alright, you got the idea. Good, and... Right, but I want this to be secure like that. I'll worry about that coal some other time. And there we go. Good. Now, at some point I am going to have to make the turn and go around, but that is a little bit... I am going to have to get up there, aren't I? Alright. I'll have to fill that in later. I am going to need a rig. Do I have another pickaxe? No, I don't. I am going to need a non-touch pickaxe at some point. Just so I can mine coal and the like. Alright. But I do have a great deal of terraforming that I am going to need to do in order to complete this. So you get the idea. What I'm going to do is I am going to go up here, get right about maybe a couple extra layers here to make sure that everything is fine. After that, we will do the big turn and go around the other way and dig as deeply as we can into this. So hopefully before the next episode I can get a little bit more of this done, but I think that gives you an idea. So I will see you next time, where hopefully I will have this... Well, I'm not too sure if moat is the right word. I guess ditch is the right word, actually, now you think of it, since it doesn't have water in it. So I will hopefully have finished off the ditch, and if not, I'll finish off the ditch last time, and with that ditch around, then this bridge can have a little bit more meat. Actually, I might even extend the ditch a little bit this way, and that this hill then can become the... for the hill, an ascent that they must capture before any enemy gets into the main keep. But that is all for next time in the next episode of Piney Plays Minecraft Skirmish.